Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to deep dive into the world's first decentralized GPU rendering platform called Render. And as always, I'll give my thoughts on how many render I think you need to be a millionaire in this bull run with detailed price predictions. I'll cover Render's tokenomics, explain the Render 2.0 upgrade, including their migration from Ethereum over to the Solana blockchain. Also, I'll look at the future outlook for the Render network as well. And if you find this free content useful, please be sure to hit the subscribe button to help support the channel. Okay, now let's begin. About Render. The Render network is the world's first decentralized blockchain GPU rendering network that was built on Ethereum and has been designed for the 3D rendering industry to allow for processing of complex 3D graphics and animations. In November 2023, Render migrated its token from Ethereum to Solana, changing its token name from RNDR to Render. And the reason for this move was driven by Solana's high-speed, low transaction fees, which they felt could better handle the network's expanding growth. Render is the native digital cryptocurrency token of the Render network and is used as a form of currency to pay transactions on the network, for example to pay animations and for VFX rendering. The Render network aim is to provide a platform for basic rendering to artificial intelligence, which are completed efficiently and securely on the Render blockchain platform. But what is GPU rendering? Put simply, GPUs or graphic processing units are designed to perform the same operation on many pieces of data simultaneously, which makes them ideal for tasks like rendering images, videos, and 3D graphics. The Render network was launched in 2017 and was founded by Jules Urbach, who has over 25 years of experience in the computer graphics and 3D rendering industry, and he believes his company is building the next level metaverse rendering company, which will compete with the big Hollywood studios. Render, supply and tokenomics. The Render network has a total max supply of just over 644 million tokens and a current circulating supply of around 532 million tokens. Render is the native digital cryptocurrency token of the Render network and is used for paying rendering services by creators to pay for rendering tasks and also to pay node operators who receive payment for providing their GPU power. It should be noted that in November 2023, Render migrated its token from Ethereum to Solana, changing its token name in the process from RNDR to Render, and anyone who may still have the old RNDR tokens can upgrade them to the new Render tokens using the Render Network's upgrade portal. The initial distribution of the Render tokens was as follows. 65% is allocated to Render user development, 25% is allocated to token public sale, and 10% is allocated to Render reserve. To elaborate further on the 65% token allocation to Render user development, this is basically being held in escrow to help control the ongoing supply and demand on the network. Render Network Explained. The Render network states that it creates a more efficient, powerful and widely scalable rendering network and was built with creators in mind within the main sectors of media, augmented reality, gaming, virtual reality and more. Users can share their GPU power on the Render platform and earn rewards for doing so. And as you can see from the image, the Render network connects users looking to perform render jobs, and it works by a user submitting a job. The protocol then calculates the amount of render tokens required to perform the job. Details are then attached to a smart contract and sent across to the Render network. Next, a GPU owner uses OctaneRender, which is a rendering software engine the Render network uses to process the requested job. And on completion of the job, the render tokens are transferred via a smart contract to the GPU owner to be paid. In simple terms, the Render network allows GPU owners to loan out their GPU power to creators in need of additional power, which saves the creator a lot of time and money. Otherwise, they would have to go out and buy computers themselves to do the required jobs. The Render network consists of 3 sections working together as follows. Creators who purchase services using Render tokens, node operators or GPU owners who help supply GPU power in return for Render tokens, and OctaneRender software, which creates the graphics. Render 2.0 upgrade. The Render network was launched in 2017 as an Ethereum project, but in 2023, as part of the Render 2.0 upgrade, involved migrating over to the Solana blockchain after a community vote, with the switch said to have taken place because Solana is much faster, cheaper blockchain, and in keeping with the project's future growth potential. The upgrade process included token migration, rebranding the token from RNDR to Render, integration with Solana, and concluded with the migration of tokens on exchange platforms like Kraken, whereby delisting the old RNDR token and listing Render instead. The key objectives of the upgrade were to enhance the Render network's performance by utilizing Solana's faster transaction speeds and lower fees. What is OctaneRender? OctaneRender is a GPU render engine which was developed by OTOY, a software company run by CEO Jules Urbach, who also happens to be the founder of Render. And OctaneRender is an unbiased rendering application with real-time capabilities. To put it simply, the software calculates the final render of an image achieving the highest level of design and quality, and is predominantly used for movies and video games. And what makes it special is it can seamlessly integrate with most content creation applications and allows creators to modify or edit a scene in real time. For these reasons, OctaneRender is very popular in the film and gaming industries, and was used in the creation of the main title sequences for the HBO series Westworld. Render key features. The Render network utilises some key rendering features that make it a high-performance network. These include physically based rendering, which is a computer graphics approach which simulates how light interacts with surfaces that closely mirrors real-world physics, resulting in more realistic and consistent visuals. Advanced lighting techniques that includes features like global illumination and various light types to create depth and realism. And high-quality texturing works by applying realistic textures and materials to 3D models to enhance visual appeal and realism as well. Key points of Render. Render has several benefits that make it a great platform, including decentralized rendering. Render utilizes a distributed network of nodes to process rendering tasks, which makes it more scalable and cost-efficient solution compared with centralized providers. Energy efficient. Most GPUs sit idle when not in use, which uses unnecessary energy consumption, but the Render decentralized network offers a much better energy efficient infrastructure for artists and developers. First of its kind, the Render network is the world's first decentralized network to power GPU technology. How many Render to be a millionaire in this bull run? Okay, so before we look at the price predictions for Render in this bull run, let's remind ourselves of Render's previous all-time high price, which was $13.60 back in March 2024. With this information about the previous all-time high price, let's now look at the current market cap of one of its competitors in the deep in space, Internet Computer. As we can see, the current market cap of ICP is around 2.86 billion, and I believe that ICP could go much higher than this in this bull market. So on the conservative end of my price prediction, and not financial advice, just my opinion, if Render was able to increase its market cap to around 10 billion in this bull run, then this would give it a price of $20. On the mid-range of my price prediction, if Render was able to get to a market cap around 15 billion in this bull market, then this would give it a price of $30. And finally, on the high end of my price prediction, if Render was able to get to a market cap of around 20 billion in this bull run, then this would give it a price of $40. I believe a price of between $30 and $40 Render is possible in this bull run. But how many Render would you need to be a millionaire in this bull run? Using a crypto profit calculator, if we enter the current price and the predicted sell price of $20, we can see it would require an investment of $181,000 at today's price to get to the $1 million mark in this bull run. If we do the same again, but this time set the sell price at the mid-range of our price target prediction of $30, you would need an investment of $121,000 at today's price to get to $1 million mark in this bull run. And at the higher range of our price prediction, if Render was able to get to the $40 price prediction, then this would require an investment of $91,000 to get to the $1 million mark in this bull run. At the $20 price prediction, you would need to buy around 50,000 Render tokens, which is an investment of $181,000 at today's price to become a millionaire with Render in this bull run. At the mid-range of our $30 price prediction, you would need to buy around 33,000 Render tokens, which is an investment of $121,000 at today's price to become a millionaire in this bull run. And finally, at the $40 price prediction, you would need to buy around 25,000 Render tokens, which is an investment of $91,000 at today's price to become a millionaire with Render in this bull run. Render future outlook. I believe the Render network has huge potential within the deep in space, being the first decentralized network to power GPU technology. Also, Render network's upgrade from Ethereum to Solana should bring with it better performance by utilizing Solana's faster transaction speeds and low fees as well. So with all this said, Render has first mover advantage being the world's first decentralized GPU rendering platform, but its success in the future will ultimately be judged on convincing customers to use the Render network platform over its centralized competitors.